Good evening, ladies and gents, and to all the people in Trackstars. This is Tyler Lansdell, also known as Kaizen TY98, and I'm broadcasting qualifying number 3 for live at Le Mans in France. As these guys are preparing to set a good lap time, as which all the laps will be from all the 3 drivers. They'll be added together, and they'll be their total time, and they'll be their qualifying position to start. So, hey, yeah, Mr. Lashbrook. Yeah, you're gonna see hopefully Punce's around. There he is. So yeah, we got basically a full lobby the way this is going. So. Yeah, so this is going to be a very tasty lobby for the qualifying. We got some absolute stars in this group. Yeah, this one's going to be an interesting type of race. So it's 2 minutes till we get underway. Yeah, this will be the only time I'll be running in the comm box before the Trackstars admin kicked me out, so. Yeah, the bookies are saying that Sharky, Woods, and Woodsy are the favourites for qualifying. So just over 2 minutes, we're yeah. So this event, guys, this Le Mans 8 hours that we're organising here at Trackstars, is that it's basically they're going to have 3 drivers, all racing one another. Yeah, so basically there's going to be 3 drivers lining up. Everyone has to be in the car for at least 2 hours. Alright, so we're about to get underway. Wish everyone all the best of luck. And we'll see how this, I wouldn't say monstrosity, but his absolute goated lobby, I should say, will get underway. Rightio, the drivers are about to get going. Right, who's going to be the first bite here? So this is going to be 40 minutes of qualifying. Yeah, it looks a bit long for a qualifying session, but it's basically... One thing I've noticed when I was out here earlier is that it takes the tyres incredibly long to warm up, being such a long track and hard compound in general. So you have Williams, who's coming out in this absolute gorgeous livery from WRT with this Van Wall livery. I actually really like it. It's got that Bentley feel to it, that British racing green. And behind him we have Ed Breeder in that with that RSR livery, which that looks sick too. And behind him we have one of the first of the GT runners. We got Mr. Ridwan Hamza in that nice, beautiful Corvette. Behind him we have one of the ISA drivers in Mr. Lee. This guy's an exceptionally quick driver in other places where I've seen him. Behind him we got Rusty Nuts, also known as Craig Harcourt. Oh, then we have Mr. Dan Wood in the CP car for Toyota. Don't know what they're running here, but then we have number 7. We got Mr. Chops. I'll find out his real name in a sec, but again, he's another one of the LMP cars. In this one we got T. Liam from the It's Racing Esports garage, in, you know, like with the typical green and white livery. We got Jeremy O'Shea in the CP entry for GT. Again, they've gone with a green. So here we go. We got Mr. Walker from one of our drivers. I'm trying to find out what team he's from. Then we have Silvestro Severi, another one of the CP cars. One person who's really on it. And behind him, we have one of the star boys here in Mr. Fish, also known as Sharky, running that another incredible livery from ISA. Not gonna lie. And then we're just waiting for Mr. Ollie Dowsell from Mashbuds Racing to get out of the pit lane, which he's about to do. So just going through the field for you. So Breeder's going to be going straight for it, what it looks like. And we've got Woodsy not far behind him, with Ridwan making way for Chops. Yeah, Ridwan's going to be one of the main contenders in GT class. Let's see if he can match 359 that Mr. Jarman Dallitz himself, one of the goats of the Trackstars circuit, and with a 359. Let's see what Ridwan Mr. Hamza can pull off. And don't write out Lee out of this situation as well, because he's a very, very quick driver. We're looking forward to what Mr. Hardcore's going to be racing with. Not his usual team, racing for MNR, or the Motorsport Network Racing team, as he is the main team principal for Robo Sport Racing, but soon to be called Rusty Nuts Racing. Then here we go, we've got Jeremy, also another formidable driver as well. So then we have Mr. Williams just trying to get through the GT field. Now let's go straight up to Breeder, going on his flying lap. We're going to go on board with him. Go for the chicane just before the Dunlop Bridge. Yep, it's easy to get that wrong if you get on the power too early. So it's under the Dunlop Bridge. Yeah, this sector one's a very bumpy section. You really got to, if you get this wrong, you're going spinning. Now we're approaching Turret Rouge. It's an easy corner to get a penalty out. If you just cut that inside curb, it's going to be lethal for your lap time. But now we're going down to Puentedera straight down to Mulsanne. We'll find out what his time is. Again, these LMP cars they're going to be much significantly quicker. Ooh. There we go, that's the first chicane. So you've got to remember, we're not in the 1980s anymore, where it's just one straight line. Right, now he's Breeder's now heading all the way down to the second chicane. It's just around 100 board, just after. Just get that second chicane. It's the important of nailing those chicanes is getting on the power as early as you possibly can, without missing those apexes. Now it's on the approach down the Mulsanne corner, where it's very, very tight. It's easy to get the braking point wrong. If you get that wrong here, you're going flying into the sand traps and into that wall. which he does nail the apex there beautifully. Then he slam on the power on the way down to another back straight on the way to Indianapolis. Yeah, sorry about the hiccups, it's a bit laggy this lobby. We've got a bit of that McDonald's Wi-Fi thing going on at the moment. Whatever's going on there from Jarman's end, so. Here we go, now we're on the Pass Arnage, now we're going towards the Porsche curves, which on on soft tyres you can take this flat, but I think with the new physics you sort of can't unless you're a demon. But you know, these tyres are still cold, so some of these drivers are just getting the feel of the car, getting the feel of the tyres, getting the feel of the conditions. Right, he's about to head up to the Ford chicanes. Yeah, both Sharky and NATO should be all good. Here we go, past the Ford chicanes. We're going to find out what Mr. Breed is going to be doing. That's going to be a 329 for Breeder. And we got Dan Wood following behind from CP Motorsports. So these guys have been, everyone's going to be in the LMP class driving the GR10, but they can brand it into any, Dan Wood's gone into the pits here. Rightio, see what Chops is going to provide for us. He has done a 332. Let's see what Ridwan Hamza has done on this one. And we got Liam on this one. Here we go. Yeah, the one thing is just trying to maximise those track limits without getting the penalty. And Le Mans in GT7 is notorious for those penalties. There we go, T Lim has done a 348. So that's a 402 in GT class for Panzer. With Mr. Lee with a 359. So he's really putting the hammer down now. Let's see what so a 405 for Harcourt. And we have a 403.8 for Jeremy O'Shea. And 404 for Walker. And we've got a 407 for Silvestro Severi. And we have Dowsell on the charge, on the way to the Porsche curves in the LMP class for Mash Spuds Racing. And so has Sharky not falling behind, also known as Fish. So Dan Woods just come out of the pits to get a fresh set of rubber or repairing damage. Let's see where Dowsell goes. Oh, he's just run a little bit wide there. So 9 minutes have gone in qualifying, so. So 329.4. So Dowsell's now current provisional pole. And we'll see what Mr. Fish has got to offer for us. That's a 328.5, so that's Fish on overall pole. So far we've got we have Fish on with 328.5 on LMP pole in Q3. And we have Nato Lee in provisional pole in GT class, with Ridwani Hamza behind him alongside Jeremy O'Shea. Following Walker with Harcourt, Silvestro Severi, and Dan Wood set to do a lap. But the one thing, you know, with Fish here is that he is one of the quickest. He's one of the quickest drivers in the game at the moment. An absolute pleasure to race and watch as well. So we'll go through the order again. So we got so Sharky's gone a 10th up on his personal best, followed by Dowsell. Then we got Breeder. Then we got Chops. We got Williams from WRT in the van wall. And we got Liam for its Racing Esports with a half-second penalty for too much track limits, and he's gone off. That's going to be dirt on his tyres, unfortunately. Just pushed just a tad too hard, but he'll be back. Then now in GT class, who's basically on getting close to Hamza's gearbox. Mr. Lee in provisional pole with Hamza behind, and Jeremy O'Shea. That's your 1, 2, and 3 GT class in Q3, followed by Walker, Harcourt, and Severi. So Dan Wood's about to come out for his flying lap. We're gonna get on board with Mr. Dan Wood here from CP Motorsports, the Trackstars Formula champ from 2022. Let's see how he goes on his lap. So, brakes just before the first total board, just under Dunlop Bridge. And Hamza's set a 4 flat 8 with Natu. Sorry to interrupt there. So we've had Natu's set a 59.0. Mr. N. Lee has set a 59.0, so he's the fastest at the moment, followed by Hamza. Right, now we're going to go back to Wood. So now he's on the Buenos straight, going down the Mulsanne, going to the first chicane. Yep. Sharky has just put a 325 flat, so he's now the fastest on track at the moment. A 325 flat. Some bonkers pace going on right now. Let's see what Mr. Wood can respond here with. So the trick with driving these cars is just getting on that brake pedal for the out lap, and then just saving all that hybrid, because we're under braking, that's when it goes. So now you just brake just before that kink, which Wood has done to perfection, and then you just shoot it out of the corner, shooting it out like a cannon on New Year's Eve, basically. So Sharky proving what he can do as a driver. We've got Wood heading up to Arnage in Indianapolis, then Arnage. For corrections, so that's Indianapolis he's gone through. Not exceed track limit, but maximise it. Now we're going through Arnage. Again, got to be careful not to get too much curve, otherwise you're going to be spinning around like a disco ball. So he's done that well, so going up to the Porsche curves. So maximise track limits. The difference with these hypercars compared to the old LMP hybrid, that they're a lot heavier. So equal, like you can't overdrive them as hard as you could. Here we go. The last sector here. Let's hope he doesn't get a track limit penalty there. Very easy to do on this track, because, you know, typical GT7 track limits. Go up, final up to the Ford chicane. And that will be a free 28.9, so he's second fastest in LMP class. Oh, there's a massive mistake from Harcourt. Harcourt has gone off there. So he must have just gone a little bit too wide, and he's got wing damage or splitter damage with these cars. So you'll have to come into the pits and fix up that damage. So we'll go through the field again. We have Sharky on provisional pole in Q3 with a 325 flat, followed by Dan Wood in 328.9, followed by Dowsell in 329.4. Then Ed Breeder with a 29.5, with Chops with a 31.5. Then the finish off the LP class, we've got T. Liam with 34 flat. Now, actually we got D. Williams with a 39.6. Now for GT class, we got Natu Lee with a 59 flat. We got Ridwani Hamza with a 4.8. Followed by Jeremy O'Shea with 4.02. Then Walker with a 4.029. Then with a 4.050 with Harcourt. Then we got Severi to round out the GT class for 4.077. Yeah, so this is definitely. So this Q3 is definitely going to be sorted out by one person at the moment who's absolutely flying, and he's on the way to a 324 if the game does not give him a penalty there. But yeah, it's so easy to get a penalty at Turret Rouge. Jumped onto my stream. I appreciate you who have come to watch, and I'm doing this on the behalf of the Trackstars admin. So be sure to follow them. So search for Trackstars Racing Series in your search box, and they should pop up. You can see how Fish is, and he's lost time now. Unfortunately, must have just gone a bit deep on the chicane on the Huenadere Straight. And look, this is a really nice livery they've got here from Ice Intercontinental Esports. In my personal opinion, I reckon Ice has got the best livery so far. Oh, he's made that time back. So Sharky's going to So the thing with Le Mans is you may lose time somewhere else. Or we've got his teammate Nato Lee going to hopefully lets him through. And yeah, well, they're in the box seat, Mr. Diu, or Karama, I should say. I saw you with an absolutely stunning performance in the last qualifying session. So Wood's about to finish his next lap. So just about the halfway point of qualifying. Wood is now set at 27.7, so he's now second fastest, now second and a half behind, ahead of Puntz or Ollie Dowsell for Mashbuds Racing. And he'll be co-driving with Mr. Boris Blazinchik, also known as Budsy 76, and H.C. Lewis or Lewis Atkinson, who'll be co-driving with him. See, they're maximising the track limits here, Puntz. So Breeder still hasn't improved his time from a 3:29.5, but he's gone up a hundredth of a second there at the end of the second chicane. See what Dowsell's really going to the limit onto the barrier of the Porsche curves. So Sharky's set a 3:28 there, so he's lost a chunk of time going through there. Oh, Wood's gone up for 2/10 on his past time, so he's set to improve here. So some of these guys are just burning up their fuel so they can lighten the car up so they can really drive the socks off these cars. That's what the tactic is, and they're trying to keep those tyres up to temperature, because if you're going out there cold tyres, you're not going to have that grip. See what Mr. Fish has gone down here. Oh, Woods made a massive mistake at Indianapolis. He was up 2/10 on his lap. Oh, that is devastating. And now he's venting his frustration. And while he's not going to get in the way of Liam. Huge mistake. Now he has to go and repair that damage on his front. So, at the moment in LMP class, there's only one guy that is dominating right now, and that is Fish, also known as Sharky. I've known this guy for a while, and he's an absolute speedster. An absolute speedster to watch. At the moment, the bookies have got their monopoly money on him and his team to win the Le Mans series in LMP class. Look down the GT class. So Hamza has been unable to improve his lap time on a 4 flat 8. Alright, so I found out the team name for Mr. Walker. It's Black Rose Racing. So it's a cheeky little livery there. It's a bit of a piranha look. Not bad. Very creative. Then we got Carcourt, who's also is pretty much the fearless leader of Robbo Sport Racing, soon to be rebranding. So we have Fish going into the pits. They get a fresh set of rubber on. Yeah, he's going to put a fresh set of rubber on. Yeah. And so is Dowsell coming into the pits. Alright, so we're going to go through the grid, the current qualifying grid again. So we've got Fish on provisional pole with a 25 flat. Behind him we have Dan Wood on a 327.7, followed by Ollie Dowsell for Mash Buds Racing on a 329.4, followed by Ed Breeder from Robbo Sport Racing with a 329.5, followed by Chops with a 331.5, followed by Liam in a 334 flat for It's Racing Esports. Lastly, Williams from WRT Motorsport in the van wall in a 339.6. Now it's for GT class. We have Nick Lee, who's absolutely with a bonkers time of a 3:59 flat in that Corvette C7. He's really maximising those track limits from i3 Esports. Followed by Ridwan Hamza with a half-second penalty with a 4-minute flat. A 1 for BCG Racing from memory. Followed by Walker from Black Rose with a 4:02.5. Then we got Jeremy O'Shea with a 4:02.6. Then we got Craig Harcourt with a 4:05 flat. Just about gone. Then we have Then last we got Silvestro Severi with a 4:05.9. And that wraps out your grid for Q3. Yeah, Kramas, I was on board with you, and you're absolutely flying on your laps. It's just with this, it's hard to do a freaking really good lap on Le Mans if you just got to know where the limit is on this track. And you guys, some of these guys just master it perfectly. Let's see what Sharky has this for us installed. They maximise those track limits to get that turny, that Porsche curves. So we've got 15 minutes to go till the end of Q3. And this one's at the moment in LMP and GT class. ISA have really showed up today in this one. Really got a statement of intent from these incredibly quick fellas. Alright, we're going to go for a flying lap with... We're going to jump on board with Mr. Fish. So it's you just try and get on power as early as possible and actually came for Dunlop Bridge. We're going through these sets of corners. Yeah, that's what Mr. Karam or Mr. DU has said. He has said go hard or go home. And he's a 10th down. How's it going, Curry? Mr. Breeder is doing his 4th fastest in LMP with a 3:29.5. And we have Wood with a half. Go back to Mr. Fish. What we saw, he was basically... It was off his time. We'll see how it goes after this chicane. The thing with this track, it takes forever just to warm up these tyres. And once we go to the night session, you got to keep those tyres warm. Is a different challenge in itself. Because once that sun goes down, temperature drops, and we've got to also remember, you never know, it might rain as well. So that's another challenge to fall back on as well. So it's 2 tenths down. Yeah, it's very easy to lose time in that sector 2, that chicane. It's all about trying to either, you've got to balance between braking that tad early so you can make the apex, then coming, booting it out. Like this, like at Mulsanne. So we have Dowsell running in P3 from Ashbuds Racing. He's got Harcourt at the back marker to get past, which he does quite comfortably. So clean driving there. We have so Liam's still yet to improve from its racing. And we have with Lee just he's a second, pretty much over nearly 2 seconds quicker. That is unbelievable from Natu Lee. And you've got Ridwan just trying to maximise track limits in his Corvette. He's unable to do it at the moment. Unfortunately, Walker with that penalty, he was up 3 tenths, so he got a penalty. As Fish is navigating, he's up on he's made up time going past Indianapolis and Arnage. So he's just got to nail those Porsche curves, then going into the Ford chicane. We're going to go on board with him in this stunning GR10. Just be aggressive on these Ford chicanes. That is a 324.9, so Sharky has cracked the 324s. An absolute sterling drive from Zach Fish. Hopefully that's his first name, but I'll say that, yeah. So what a lap from Fish. Sharky is now on provisional pole. He's now 2 seconds clear of Dan Wood. And Wood has made an absolute meal of Sector 1 going into Turret Rouge. And now he's completely bidding it. Or unless he's just warming it up. Then we'll see what Dowsell comes from Ash Buds Racing. Oh, Punts has binned it. He has binned it. That is so unfortunate. We have Breeder on a flyer from Robosport Racing with this absolute stunning livery, which looks very similar to what Curry ran in Trackstar Formula 2, I should say, who's just a recent champion. So congrats to him once again, and it deserves this livery. It makes it go fast, hopefully, in the race. Oh, he just almost clabbers into Severi. Let's see what his split is. Oh, he's 7/10 off. For Dowsell, he was on a good flyer. But my goodness, Fish is just on an absolute mission at the moment in qualifying. He is saying to the Trackstars community, I'm here to play, I'm here to turn up, and there's nothing you're going to do about it. I'm here to race, and I'm here to race with intent. And he's just scored 8/10 purple, so he's getting close to a 23. And he's on light fuel too, so this is going to possibly a lap record in Trackstars at the moment. So Sharky is really challenging his killer instinct right now. Which I knew I've seen in him. And this man is still young too, and he's almost a second. Wowzers! He's set for a 323, ladies and gentlemen. As long as nobody gets in his way, we might have a... So if Severi just gets out of the way, which he respectfully does, he's just got to nail the Porsche curves and Ford chicane, and he should be Gucci. He's still kept that 9/10 gap purple. He's throwing the car around like Tom Christensen back in the day in those Audi R8 TDI. But has he exceeded track limits there? Has he just kept it on the circuit? Yes, he has. Just needs to nail that Ford chicane, and pole position is well and truly his. Oh, he's just short of a 323, but that's a 324 flat. Has he got another one in him? So Sharky's absolutely pulling away with this with Q3. So we've got 5 minutes of qualifying left. Let's see. So go for the grid one more time. We have Fish with a 324, followed by Dan Wood with a 327.7, followed by from CP Motorsports, I should add. Followed in P3, we got Ollie Dowsell with a 329.4 from Ash Buds Racing. Then in fourth, we have Ed Breeder from the Robosports Racing Garage. Then we have Chops. Not sure what team he's in. Just trying to figure out what team he's in. I think he's another Black Rose Racing driver as well. Then we have Williams from WRT in the Van Wall with a 332. But we should say Chops did a 331.5 with a 332.8 from Williams. Then we have T. Liam with a 333.6. And that's the end of the LMP class. Now for GT. Not sure what Natu is, but he is fastest in GT class, from what I saw with a 3:59. Followed by Ridwani Hamza with a 4-minute flat, 8.8. Then we have Walker with the Black Rose racing car with a 4:02.5. Followed by Jeremy O'Shea with 4:02.6. For the CP entry, first of the CP entries I should add. Then we have Craig Harcourt in a 4:05.1 for Motor Racing Network. Yeah, it's definitely a Corvette, just to confirm, yeah. Then to round it off, we have Silvestro Severi with a 4:05.9 in the CP Motorsports car. But this guy is the man of the moment right now. Zach Fish. And Chops has improved his time to a 30. It's up with a 3:30.4. So anyone else on a flying lap? Unfortunately, Wood just is struggling to maximise his track limits. Along with Puntz, this is now or never with 4 minutes of qualifying free to go. The last one for the day before everyone packs up and gets ready to fight another day tomorrow for the rest of the field. And he's a second up from his best, so we might see him overtake Wood in P2. But right now, my goodness, the pace that Fish is going at the moment is soft pace that I could do in this car. I reckon if he was on soft tyres, he'll be a 3:17 the way he's going. He is just obliterating the competition. That is unbelievable, man. Props to you, brother. Props to you. We've had T. Liam, who's just set a time of a 3:32.4. So he is overtaken Williams. Ball makes a few more tenths. 3 tenths. But my goodness, it is very spread out in the LMP class. But there we have, so we got Lee with his flying lap. Yeah, I think Walker's just had enough now. He's like, his car can do no more. It's not LMP2 Karama. It's some drivers are running the liveries. They're all in the one class. But the way Sharky is driving, it's like he's separating LMPH with LMP2. So we'll see what Dowsell's going to come across on. That is a 3:27 flat. So he's now P2 Dowsell for Mashbuds Racing. Wood has got a half-second penalty. So he has lost P2 for CP Motorsports. At the moment, ISA are in the box seat and have the monopoly money from the bookies for the LMP class and GT at the moment. Oh, Breeder's almost made a mistake. And he's got a half-second penalty. So this is the last minute of qualifying. And Ridwan's just gone half a second up on his lap. So we could see a 3:59. From Ridwani Hamza. So, and as we see, so we'll go through the field one more time. So we have Fish with a 3:24 flat. Dowsell with a 3:27 flat. So a complete 2 seconds slower than Sharky. Then we have Dan Wood from CP Motorsports with a 3:27.7. Ed Breeder from the camera's just decided to glitch itself and he's crashed into a wall at Arnage. So he's done a 3:29.5. So we have Chop in 5th place. We have Chops for 3:30 flat. So he's improved. Followed by Liam from the It's Racing Garage in the LMP class. Then we have Williams in the 332 for WRT Van Wall. In GT class, we have Natu Lee in P1 with Hamza with, yeah, then we got Brad. Mate, you can't park there, mate. Come on, brother. But oh well, it's like stuff it. Quali's done. Right, then we got Walker who's P3, park it into the pits. Then we got Jeremy O'Shea with a 4026. Then we got Rusty who's crossed his with enough foot with not the greatest of qualifying sessions with a 405 flat. And Natu has just done a 358. Natu Lee, he is now the fastest in GT class. He's on provisional pole in GT class overall. What a sterling lap. And now we're going to see what Ridwani Hamza has to respond to that. As he gets through the Ford chicane, that is going to be he's improved, but just short of a 359 with a 4 flat. And Breeder's just going to have just wasn't the happiest of days for him. So what a absolute dominant display. The man of the moment, the man of the hour, Zach Fish, aka Sharky for Icer Esports. Take a bow, son. Take a bow. We've got the right here. We have the Australian Tom Christensen here, throwing that car, maximising track limits in this car. Followed by Ollie Dowser from the Mashbards Racing Team. Followed by Dan Wood, Breeder. Then we have Chops with Liam. We'll go through the official results after this is finished. With O'Shea has just improved his time to a 4:02.5. Got us waiting on Taveri now. Here we go. Now we're going to have the official results. So the official results, we have Zach Fish on pole position with a 324 flat. We have Ollie Dowsell from Ashbuds Racing with a 327 flat. So completely 3 seconds quicker than the rest of the competition. We have Dan Wood from CP Motorsports, 327.7. Followed by Ed Breeder from Robbo Sports Racing, a 329.5. A 330 flat from Chops from Black Rose Racing. Followed by Liam from It's Racing Esports, a 332.4. Then Williams from WRT Van Wall with a 332.8. And that's the end of the LMP class. So for GT, we have a stunning lap from Natu Lee from Icer Esports with a 358.5. Absolutely brilliant. P2, we have Ridwani Hamza with a 4-minute 4 for BCG Racing. Then we got Jeremy O'Shea from one of the CP cars with a 402.5. Then a 402.592 for Walker. Then rounding out the bottom is Rusty Nuts or Craig Harcourt for MNR for 405 flat, followed by Silvestro Severi in the second of the CP cars, the 405.9. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the stream, because I sure did. And I'll catch you tomorrow for Q4. Thank you, everybody, and good night. Trackstars fam, thank you for watching. This has been Kaizen Ty and Tyler Lansdell for hosting. I'll see you all